Hi you guys, I wanted to film a quick video of me on a not so great day because I usually love to like smile and be in front of everyone, and I could, but I just want to be as real as I can right now. Um, I was fine this past week. I've been not feeling great, but this morning I'm usually a morning person, and my dad actually woke me up when he called me at 9:30, which is pretty late for me, a late start. And my eyes have just been like, I don't know, I'm sure you can tell, I can't even lift them up. My body just is so tired. um my brain fog, and you might notice in the video, it's just so off, where like, and I always say it's harder for me to see and hear things with my brain fog, and it's almost like because it's extra sensory or something, I just have a really hard time processing things. My husband just drove me to a friend's house quickly to drop something off, and he had to drive me because I'm just so out of it. And he was super sweet about just knowing that I couldn't talk. On these days, I walk really slow. I have to get a head start, like ahead of him, um, so that like I feel like I'm not slowing things up. Um, And I think it's a combination of everything. I think for me, and maybe you guys have like experienced this, or maybe your loved ones have experienced this with the pandemic. We've been so in and out of quarantine, in and out of remote school versus in school. And I think this is my body's way of saying I am having a hard time handling all 5 of my chronic illnesses and going back and forth between things. We were remote, and my body did a very good job transitioning from in-person to remote in November. And then this past week, we went back into person, and that means that my schedule changes again. That means that lunchtime's different. That means I'm standing at times that I wasn't the week before, or sitting at times that I'm not used to. That means that I might have a snack at a different time, or that I might have to do something after school, like shopping, that, as silly as it sounds, it wasn't part of the routine I had for 2 weeks. And so my body just like, it is so off balance, that it doesn't know what to do. I don't know if you can tell, but like my face feels swollen. And I think that's part of the POTS flaring up. I think it's just like, I truly believe my fatigue and brain fog are like the umbrella, symptom, where it comes from all 5 things. And usually this is like, I feel this way when, like, for those of you that had me as a drum major in college or in high school, this is how I felt. Actually, I felt about 100 times worse, because I love to be peppy and I love to be enthusiastic, but this is the real side of it, that I'd go like it in college. When I would feel this way, I would text my co-commander and tell her or him. They were both amazing. They're great friends. And I would walk around the rec center and just bawl my eyes out because I felt like I was not doing the best job that I could, even though it was the best job that I could do. But because I felt this way that day, I maybe wasn't locking into the drums as well as I could have, or the snare line, or maybe I wasn't as patient with like one of the sections, or maybe I just didn't catch something. And it really sucked. In high school, I even had a teacher who pulled me aside because of how I was performing and asked me if it was that time of the month for me. And I just remember bawling my eyes out, because that's so embarrassing as a 15-year-old to have an older man ask you that. And that was after I had told him about my symptoms, and it wasn't. It was this is not, like, it's everything combined. It's my endometriosis flaring up, my POTS syndrome, my neutropenia, my vulvodynia, my IC. They are all mad at me saying, you change schedules again on me. And for those of you that are like going through this pandemic like me, it's hard because the unknown is so much harder right now. And I'm really, really sorry. Because I do really well sometimes with change. And I think with this, and it snowed, the weather changed. I think everything combined made it just really, really rough on me. I think had the weather been perfect, I would be a lot better off. But I just wanted to kind of show you what I look like behind closed doors, because I don't show people that much. It's been something that I've really tried to hide from the world, because I've always just wanted to be that happy, peppy self. But I have the heart, I give my 100% as a teacher, and at the end of the day, sometimes all I can do is sit. Sometimes I cry because of how I feel, but as long as I'm jumping around and I'm giving my all and doing jumping jacks and somersaults and anything silly that those kids want to do, that makes it joyful for a moment. But that's why I always also try to tell people, you don't know what's behind the face of others. You don't know if your leader, I had a lot of people who, whether I was a captain or involved in something, I always had a leadership position, and I don't know that people really understood the amount of tears that were held in bathroom stalls or in locker rooms, because I wanted to be the best at all times, but it took so much out of me. And I will always want to be the best like that. But this is, and that's the way that I choose to live my life. And I'm okay with that, but I want you to also see what's behind the door. So yeah, I hope this at least, like, some of you might connect to this, just that tired, drained feeling. Like right now I'm crouched on the ground. I've climbed mountains feeling like this. Literally, I climbed Mount Machu Picchu feeling like this. I've barfed off of the side of mountains the whole time with a professor holding my hair up and her laughing, saying, "You don't quit," and I don't. But when I got to the bathroom, when I got to the top, when I finished that performance, when I finished that race, this is what's behind those closed doors. When I finished that week of teaching, coming back from a remote week, the change in schedule, the putting my all into the kids again, that maybe I do differently when we're remote. It's a different way of showing my love when we're remote versus in person. And this is my body saying, you put a lot of stress on me. I'm done for the day. So today I'm just laying down. I don't want anyone to, my biggest concern in ever being honest with people about how I feel is that people pity me. I'm a tough girl. I'm fine. I'm really proud of myself, and I'm really proud of a lot of women and men who go through what we do, because we have a passion in life, and whether your struggle is mentally or physically, it's worth it. It's worth it to enjoy those moments. It's worth it to hear my students talk about their Elf on the Shelves and talk about their Barbie dream house that they want and their Beyblades. It's worth it. So don't feel bad. I'm doing this for me. But I just wanted to kind of show you that, behind those doors, this is who I am. And I'm okay with it. But I just wanted to let you know that it's okay if you feel that way. And please reach out to me or someone if you do, because I've got an amazing husband. I've got amazing friends. Just know I'm there for you. Man, my eyes look so tired. Okay, I'm gonna go take a nap. Goodbye.